This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.
We now turn to Benue State, where the police over the weekend dispersed residents who gathered to protest the rising levels of insecurity in the state. The protest came in response to the killing of more than 100 people by terrorists who invaded Yelwata town of Guma local government area on Friday. My guest this morning on the conversation is Uche Norom, who's a journalist based in Benue State. Mr. Norom begins by addressing the situation which began over the weekend.
On Saturday, over 200 persons in Yewata. Yewata is the border town between Benue and the National State. Well, they operated for almost 3 hours, carried out, burned down houses. Some persons were staying at the houses, some stores, we have some IDPs. They came there, set the houses ablaze, set the stores ablaze and burned down. So many families were burnt to ashes, so we are brutally slaughtered. And after that, we were told that the police tried to push them away, but they came in from another part of the that area, the eastern part. They were pushed out from the western part, and they came from the eastern part and carried out the attack. It was a very brutal attack. And lots of persons have been displaced from that place. From there, and they have been. The state government have provided sort of a camp for them to stay at the international market.
All right.
Macaulay here, the state capital. So following that, the killing yesterday, a group of youths came out to play at about 8 a.m. They blocked the roundabout, the Highland roundabout, popularly called the food basket roundabout. The food basket roundabout is a highway. It leads from the north to the east. It's also to say, so they blocked there for almost like 6 hours. The protest lasted. The police they deployed police with one tank. Then there are also police helicopters. There was patrolling going around the area. It was a peaceful protest until we were told that the police now had to use tear gas to disperse the protesters.
Right. So, in situations where protests happen in Nigeria, we've seen protest organizers apply for a permit to protest from security agencies. Did that happen in this particular instance?
Yes, I think it did, because for the state government to come out with a statement prior to the protest today, that shows that they are aware. They were aware that the protest was to take place, and I guess the protesters must also check the police, because the police are there in large numbers to ensure that the protest things did not go wrong. And for me, it was a pretty huge protest. The videos were everywhere that the youths conducted themselves in an orderly way, and for the government to have issued a statement early this morning, that means that we are aware that to go on this. The youth, they fight that back because the killings have become one killing too many. So they couldn't hold back their anger.
So, Mr. Norom, I apologize for interrupting. Now, we know that the Chief of Army Staff has been in Benue State. At least he moved to Benue State some 2 weeks ago, because he was mandated to stem the violence in the state. Can you give us a sense of how military operations in Benue State have been going on? What's been the response to the presence of the Chief of Army Staff in Benue?
Unfortunately, the Chief of Staff's visit has not made any impact, so to say. He came and he barely spent a day, and then he had to go back to Abuja. And since then, the killings have continued. So his coming they have not really changed anything. Then to also inform you that 2 soldiers were killed in the Yewata attack. The civil defense and then the police officers who were killed. We were also killed during the attack. So the Chief of Staff's visit, no impact yet, I would say.
Now, following the killings of the soldiers that you've mentioned, as well as the attacks on the citizens of Yewata village, has there been a change in military operations Have you seen more soldiers available? Is there any security movement, any attempt to beef up the numbers of security operatives in Benue?
Yes, they did say that the commissioner of police, while briefing these men during the protest, he came there to speak to the protesters, but they had to remove him. They asked him to go away. They were chanting, "Go away, go to Yewata and fight the protesters." So after he had a conversation with the newsmen there, and he said that there have been deployments of policemen to the state. That the IGP had deployed more policemen, more tactical forces, more intelligence forces have also been deployed. According to what he told us, that one of them came in yesterday night. More are also expected into the state to beef up security, and we are sure that these policemen are beefed, especially to the frontline areas, to Agatu, to Way West, to Guma, to all the frontline area, local government areas. They are beefed up, and we are sure that they are in full control, and very soon that people will start to see results of these deployments. But for the military, we are yet to see deployment with the police, the deployments for police personnel, police officers into the state.
Let's talk about the state government. Let's talk about the state government and its response. What has been the response of the state government to, first off, the killings in Yewata and then the dispersal of protesters in Makurdi itself?
When the incident happened yesterday, we learned that the deputy governor, the governor sent the deputy governor to that area. He went there and give the people the words of assurances. The state government is doing all to ensure that these killings stop, to meet them in the mud. And then the state government also providing vehicles, links vehicles to convey the indigenous from that area to safer places. So they are brought to Makurdi. They are now currently camped at the IDP, the international market. That's where they provided a camp for them to stay. Lots of them, thousands or hundreds of them are still taking refuge in that place. So the state government keep assuring that they are on top of the situation, keep telling the people that they are assuring them that they're on top of the situation, that they are working, doing everything to ensure that their lives are secured. So that is what we can say for now. And then during the protest, the deputy governor also came there, and then the crowd asked him to. They wouldn't listen to him. They asked him. They told him to go and tell his boss, the governor, to come and address them. It was expected that all these killings have been going on. People are expecting that the governor will empathize with the Igbo by going to the places where these killings have taken place, to speak to the people. When they hear the voice of the governor, they feel that yes, the governor is doing something, is doing a lot to scare them. But when these killings happen, the governor does not go to speak with the people. At every moment, he sends his deputy governor. And the people are not happy with that. People say that he doesn't care about the lives of the people. So the people are not happy with his actions.
Uchin Norom is a journalist based in Benue State who spoke to us about the situation in the Middle Belt State. Over the weekend, we saw reports of more than 100 people killed in an attack on Yewata town, which is in Guma local government area, and the dispersal of a protest which was begun in response to this latest attack.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.